Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss another video of Bhakti Charu Swami.
So, what's your overall experience? Okay. And what do you think of the difficulties that you had? You have forgotten about that? I haven't. I have to remember so that we don't run you through the same difficulty next year. And anyway, let's see how many of you feel like coming back again next year. But the limit is only 100. So if you occupy all the vacancies, that means no room for newcomers. Anyway, as I also mentioned earlier, I very much liked it also. Why did I like it? First thing is because this is one way that I can stop traveling. This is the way you all will come and I don't have to go to you. Otherwise, the difficulty I face is, Maharaj, you should stop your travel. You should cut down your travel. You shouldn't travel so much. But Maharaj, when you're coming here next, so that's the problem that I have. Like, so anyway, like, this is what Krishna consciousness is meant to be. It should be joyful. Then only people will be attracted. If ISKCON had a program, whoever joins has to go to the forest, even better in the Himalayan mountain. You can't carry anything with you. No warm clothes, no food, stock of food, nothing. And then you have to fend for yourself completely. There shouldn't be anybody around. How many would have joined? But see what a beautiful arrangement Srila Prabhupada made. Beautiful temples, nice facilities, wonderful association, and such a simple way to make spiritual progress. Isn't it very, very attractive? Making spiritual progress without going through any hardship. All we have to do is, today actually, just before coming, I had a meeting with Thakur. How many of you know Thakur? Okay, many of them don't know you, Thakur. I thought you are a very prominent person. Okay, you stand up and let everybody see you. Thakur is from Australia, Sydney, and he is the nephew of Satya Maharani. How many of you know Satya Maharani? It's better than Thakur. So, I want to ask Satya to stand up, but I would say that those who don't know Satya, you can come forward and see her. So Taka was asking me, like, what is the simple way to continue to practice the process? What should he do when he goes back? Right? That was a kind of concern that he had. And I said that the simple thing to remember, that beyond this material nature there is another reality. Right? How many of you accept that? How do we know that there is another reality beyond this material nature? Because even in this material nature we see two things existing side by side: inert matter and living entities. Right? Inert matter and living conscious beings. Now, what brings consciousness to this body made of matter? Taka's response to that was brain and heart and so forth. They pointed out the brain is also matter, heart is also matter, lungs is also matter. These are all matter. But what makes the brain function, heart function, lung function, the body function? What? We can see that at some point, although the brain is there, lungs is there, heart is there, they don't function anymore. When? When we say that he is gone. So who is that he who is gone? The soul. Now the question is, did the soul evolve from matter? Or the soul came from another world? So that is what we have to accept. The soul comes from another reality, another nature. And that is the spiritual world. And we all came from there, from the spiritual world. We are not this body, we are the soul that makes the body alive. And when I am gone, the body is dead. That means dead matter became dead again. The body made of dead matter is, to begin with, it's a dead body. And therefore, this is what we have to recognize. Beyond this material nature, there is another world, another reality, and we all came from there. And the predominating personality, I was about to say predominating factor, but he's not a factor, he's a personality. The predominating personality of that world is God, is Krishna. That is what we have to basically remember. That actually just occurred to me right now. That leads to another thing that I was discussing with somebody else the other day. We are discussing about Darwin's theory of organic evolution. How many of you are familiar with that concept? Darwin's theory. What is the theory? The theory is that at some point, some chemical combination under certain condition, matter under certain condition evolved into life. Isn't the basic beginning point? And then life evolved from matter, gradually. From simplest unicellular entities to multicellular, then worms, then insects, and so on and so forth. And some went to what is in the water, so they adjusted themselves in water, became aquatics, and so forth. So my point actually was that, okay, Darwin is accepting that matter evolved into life. Right? That means from matter it went to another dimension. So he's accepting that there is another dimension. Although he's not admitting that, but we can say that you are admitting that. Like life came from matter, all of a sudden matter became life. Matter, inert matter became conscious. Right? So that means Darwin is accepting that there is another dimension, another domain. Now the consideration is, did it happen from matter or it came from somewhere else? Common sense consideration. In India, even a cobbler knows the reality. I'm saying a cobbler because one of our godbrothers once was saying that once he had his slipper got torn that he was wearing, a sandal. So he got a cobbler to, in roadside in India used to get cobblers, those as mochis. And while he was having his shoe mended, he was talking to the cobbler. And the cobbler knew about the existence of soul, existence of God. He knew everything. Although apparently an illiterate cobbler, he knew everything. But our Mr. Darwin did not. So that is the problem. Like, have we ever seen matter became alive? Simple consideration. And the other thing, that's the point I was making, you say that science is experimentally verified. Science has to be proven facts. Where do you find that science is proving that life came from matter? So how can you accept it as science? If you haven't proven it, you say that unless there is proof, you don't believe. Now here, you haven't proven, and your whole science is based on that concept, theory. That's another thing. In science, there is theory and there is law. When it is proven, experimentally proven, then it is law. For example, the law of gravity, right? The law of motion. But theory of organic evolution, theory of Big Bang, theory of primordial soup. And the whole science today is based on these theories. So how can you call it science? That's the thing, as I was telling the other day, that this is a challenge that we have. We have to prove that they are bluffing. They're a bunch of crooks. In the name of science, they're presenting all kinds of, imaginary concept and passing it as science. And what is the bottom line? What is bottom line? There is no soul, there is no God. Because if they accept soul, then they have to accept God. In order to deny the existence of God, they are denying the existence of soul. All kinds of nonsense is going on in the name of, like for example, they're calling their robot. They say they have created artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Now, it is not artificial intelligence. In reality, it is imposed intelligence. You are imposing your intelligence into something and making it function as if it has its own intelligence. Like, if you take rice and make sweet rice out of that, do you call that sweet rice as artificial rice? Or you take wheats and make chapati out of it. Do you call it artificial? The powdered wheat. Is it the flour? Is it artificial wheat? No, it's a transformation of wheat. Similarly, it's a transformation of intelligence. Your intelligence you're putting into something, and then you're calling it an artificial intelligence. These are just common sense thing, at least, any intelligent person can see that, but the whole world is accepting what bluff they're giving. Oh, artificial intelligence. Give me a break. Where is the artificial intelligence there? I'm saying it because Prabhupada made it a point to expose the scientists, so-called science. We have to establish that Krishna consciousness is a real science. That again reminds me of another thing, another point, like I was in London, in the house of Anil Agarwal. Was any of you there in that program? Last summer I was there actually. Suman, you're not there. During the question answer session, one person asked me, what's the relationship between religion and science? Religion and spirituality. My answer was, religion is the means to understand the spiritual reality. Religion is the means to understand the spiritual reality. Doesn't all the religions speak about the soul, the spiritual world, God? All religions speak about that. So religion is the means to understand the spiritual reality. There's another reality beyond this nature. So religion is the means to understand that. And just as physics is the means to understand energy, chemistry is the means to understand elements, mathematics is the means to understand numbers, right? Similarly, religion is the means to understand the spiritual reality. So, since physics is science, chemistry is science, mathematics is science, religion is science. We have to accept religion as a science. That's what Prabhupada presented time and time again. We are not speaking about faith, we are speaking about science. What we are presenting, what we are cultivating, what we are practicing is not just some faith. It is science. And let's say science, experimentally verified facts. Right? That is science, experimentally verified facts. So all of a sudden the body becomes dead. All of a sudden. Like there had been condition when some aspects, some organs did not function properly. Liver problem, heart problem, lung problem, this problem, that problem. But at some point, all the organs, all of a sudden, simultaneously stop to function. Why is that? So we have to accept that some body or something was making all these things function together. Example, when the driver walks out of the car, all the parts of the car stop to function. So similarly, this body is a machine and somebody is driving the machine, that is the soul. And when the soul leaves the body, all the functions of the body stops. Just like when a driver walks out of the car, all the activities of the car stops. So Now, isn't it an experimentally verified fact? Now, what to speak of, since time immemorial this concept is going on. He passed away. He passed away. He left this body. He went back to the other world. So who is that he? The body is lying here, then why are you saying he is gone? Who is that he then? The one who made this body function is now gone. Therefore the body stopped to function. So isn't an experimentally verified fact? Don't we experience time and time again when somebody dies? It's actually the phenomena that his soul left the body. So who is I? The soul. Krishna gives such a beautiful example in that respect. Dehi nashmin jatha dehe kaumaram jovanam jara. The body changes from childhood to youth to old age. Similarly, at some point he leaves the body and goes away and he accepts another body. So the point is, in spite of the changing of the body, one remains the same. One's identity remains the same. Therefore, he is different from the body. Isn't it? Like Krishna just in 2 lines he made that point. Bas. Any argument? Okay, here is our challenge. Don't you change? Doesn't your body change? But in spite of change the body, are you not the same person? That reminds me of a funny incident, funny response. Somebody was arguing that no, he changed. So you know what the devotee told him? Should I go and ask him whether you are a different person than she was married to? Anyway, that going back to Thakur again, Thakur made a very good point actually. He said that what actually struck him is that all these very intelligent people, they have accepted this process, which apparently seems to be so simple. Just stories and, eating and dancing and singing. So why all these intelligent people, very intelligent people, took to this process? So natural answer, of course, is because they found out that this is the real thing. That's why they didn't just blindly follow it. They just accepted it as it is. Okay, so can anybody possibly have any doubt that he made a mistake joining ISKCON? Huh? What's your answer? Is there anyone who feels that he made a mistake? He or she made a mistake? No. That was not mistake, that's bad luck. Anyway, no. I'm sorry, I was joking. It says that it doesn't matter when you join. That you join, that's what really matters. And then Prabhupada told me once a very nice point in that respect. When you come to Krishna consciousness, then you have to understand that whatever happened in your life was to bring you to this point. I was actually lamenting. I've gone through my life, so many difficulties, and Prabhupada pointed out that, all that happened is just to bring. And when I reflected, then I felt that it's true. Like if something went in another way, I wouldn't be here. And especially sufferings are good, because through suffering you feel inspired to surrender to Krishna. So don't complain when you suffer, when sufferings come. Rather accept it as Krishna's mercy. Another way to look at it is, you know what suffering does? Suffering, like fire, just as fire purifies gold of its impurities, suffering like fire purifies our hearts. Those who suffer, their hearts are more genuine. Those who don't suffer, you'll see, they can't really feel compassion and, but those who have suffered, they actually can feel the compassion because they know what it means like. That reminds me of two Bengali lines of a poetry. Ki jato na bishe, buji beshe kishe, kobhu oshi bishe, dongshe nijare. One who hasn't bitten by a snake, how will he understand how painful it is, how poison burns you, how painful poison is. So anyway, life, we have to go through it. Like sometimes, actually everybody covets that he is born with a golden spoon in his mouth. It doesn't matter. What really matters is that we come to Krishna consciousness. So, should we stick to our original schedule? 8 to 9 I speak. So now it's 8:30 to 9 I spoke. Should we go to the next program? Where is our Mr. Organizer? Okay, Raghavendra is going to do that. Raghav. Speak more. Okay, then, okay. I'll speak and you give me the substance to speak on. Any question?
Yeah. Yesterday we went to some places in Mayapur around here, but we didn't get a chance to hear the pastimes. I don't know if you could.
Which place? Okay, very good.
We went to Nishinga Champahati,
Okay. Oh. So that means you are winding me up to go on for another 2 hours. Okay, briefly. Champahati. Champa is a flower. Champak. And how many of you have seen this champak flower? Yeah, those who are in India and Fiji. Fiji, you get champak flower? Not frangipani, real champak. Yeah, the golden one. Very fragrant. Anyway, there was a place, and Haat means marketplace. The marketplace when champak flowers are sold. And now champak has another link. That's like the complexion of Srimati Radharani. That's why I was asking whether you have seen the real champak. That's called Swarna Champa, Swarna Chapa in Bengali. Swarna means golden. Of these, they're small flowers, but very, very fragrant. There are two types. One is white champak and the other is golden champak. So that is the complexion of Srimati Radharani. And the devotees there used to decorate Srimati Radharani and Krishna with these flowers. In there, there was the that takes, the house of Chapahatite Kar Shripat, Dvijabaninath. So one Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate, Dvijabaninath, used to live there. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to visit him. That leads to another very interesting story. Another devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Katwa Ambika Kalna Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit, you didn't go there, right? Okay, so it's a very interesting aspect. When you go there, you'll find that the deity, they give the jhapi darshan, that they let you see the deity just for a fraction of a moment and they cover it. Why? Because the deity is so alive that if anyone sees the deities with loving eyes, the deity walks away with him. Now there is a history behind that deity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu went to Gauridas Pandit's house before Mahaprabhu decided to take sannyas. He was very close to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gauridas Pandit, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after spending some time with him, he left. So Gauridas Pandit came running to him. He said, no, I can't let you go. Oh, before that he said, oh no, you have to stay with me all the time. You have to be here all the time. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, make 2 deities. And from neem wood, he carved the deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. So Gauridas came running to the Ganges Ghat. He said that, what happened? You are leaving. He said, yes, but he is there. He said that you can worship him. That's non-different from me. Gauridas Pandit said, no. I want the one who talks, who walks. And I said, okay, fine. So he went back. Mahaprabhu became the deity and the deity walks. Then he came running again. He said, I said that one who talks and walks, that's not the, like he became, he stopped talking. So he said, okay, fine. In this way, so many times they went back and forth that didn't know who is the real Mahaprabhu and who is the deity. So that is the deity. And Gauridas Pandit's disciple was Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu. So one day Gauridas Pandit went out before Gaur Purnima festival. He went out to collect for, and now the time is going away, like to make arrangements for Gaur Purnima festival. So Hridaya Chaitanya made his arrangement to have the festival. So when Gauridas Pandit came back and he found that he made all the arrangements, he became very upset. So he started to chastise him. So you became so smart that now you can organize your own. And anyway, go make your arrangements. So, being heartbroken, Gauridas went to there and made whatever little arrangement he could make. And then Gauridas Pandit, when he came back to his temple, he found that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is missing. So he realized what may have happened. So with a stick, he went to chastise Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for leaving the temple. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that Gauridas Pandit coming, so he went and took shelter of Hriday Chaitanya's heart. Therefore, that's how he got the name Hriday Chaitanya. So this is how all these wonderful pastimes took place. Mamgachi has another, besides being the place of Vrindavan-Jagannath Thakur and Vasudev Datta, the other wonderful incident is that Sharanga Thakur was an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he used to come every day to Mayapur to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from there. So one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him that, look, you have become quite old, so accept some disciples and who will take care of your deities. So Saranga Thakur said, no, I don't want to take initiate, accept disciples. I am not qualified. So Mahaprabhu insisted, no, I am telling you, you accept disciple. So Saranga Thakur, in kind of, in a mood of kind of frustration and defiance, he said, okay, the first person I see tomorrow, I'll give him initiation. So, in the morning when he came to take bath in the Ganga, he saw that it was actually, they took bath when it was still quite dark. He saw that something actually touched his body, and it was the dead body that came floating, dead body of a young boy. So he thought, okay, I found a real good candidate. So he gave the mantra to his ears. And as soon as he gave the mantra, that boy sat up. He actually was bitten by a snake. And in India, at least those days, when somebody died of a snake bite, they did not burn him. The idea was that maybe some person will revive him. And they generally, what they used to do, they used to make a kind of a raft out of banana's trunk, the trunks of banana plant. They would tie them together and banana plant actually floats. As soon as, like that is the custom, that used to be the custom in India. When somebody died of a snake bite, they did not burn him. They float him in the Ganges. Hare Krishna. So, okay, with the hope that somehow he would get revived. So this was a Brahmana boy who was bitten by a snake and died. So Sharanga Thakur gave him the mantra and he became alive. And he became a disciple of Sharanga Thakur. His name was Murari. He was known as Sharanga Murari. So these are the beautiful incidents that took place in these areas. So, can we go back to our next program? Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you. In a moment, we will ask 8 people to come up and give their realizations. But before, please allow me to thank you on behalf of everyone for your class. Please allow me to thank you on behalf of everyone for your class. Thank you. Not just for this class, but for all your lovely classes, which have been both educational and nectar to the ears. This pilgrimage has been a divine experience from start to finish. We are sad that it is over, but we have taken so much from these experiences. The association with all the devotees has given us a chance to learn and teach what we know and what we need to know. The Maharajas and Prabhujis giving us lectures on the pilgrimage have given us the sweet honey of knowledge to allow us to feel as if we are part of the pastime. The organizers who have been given the responsibility to take care of us, delegate tasks and cater for our every need, have been on top of the game. And we thank you, we thank all the volunteers, and we thank you very much for giving this opportunity for us to soak the nectar of the holy Dhams. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, our great grandfather who is the reason this is all possible, and we thank him very much. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for helping us take shelter of Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I've been asked by Krishna Prabhu to ask 8 volunteers to come up and give a realization speech for 5 minutes. And the first person, if I could ask to come up, is Mukunda Haridas. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I didn't get any warning for this, but fortunately I've been making my own notes during the pilgrimage, so I'll just refer back to them. If I can get my phone to work. Okay. So first of all, we thank you very, very much, Guru Maharaj, for organizing this wonderful retreat. It's been an amazing experience for all of us, I'm sure. We'd like to thank the volunteers, the organizers, Krishna Kishore Prabhu, Ram Charan Prabhu, Viraha Prakash Prabhu, Kapil Mani Prabhu, Krishna Das Prabhu, and some who maybe I don't know the names of. All of them have been working amazingly, very dedicatedly, always with a smiling face. No matter what problems we went to them with, it was always not a problem. They always found a way out around. They're working till late in the night and up again very early in the morning. Fantastic work. Thank you so much. Such a dedicated team. Thank you. With regards to Prashadam, it's been amazing. We've had delicious Prashadam every day. The delicious normal Prashadam. Then we had the 7-star Swasti premium Prashadam at Bhubaneswar. It was amazing. And then all the way up to the incomparable Jagannath Prashadam. Tremendous, very, very tasty. Each time you had it, you thought, wow, it cannot get better. And the next time it was even better. It was just amazing. The accommodation arrangements were very, very nice. So we experienced everything from the Hyatt in Delhi to the wonderful Swasti Premium in Bhubaneswar up to the 5-star Gajapati in Jagannath. The highlights for me. So actually for me, these whole 21 days have been one continuous highlight. It's been just amazing. But just if I had to pick some, I would say walking the Govardhan Parikrama in association with all my god brothers and god sisters under the direction of His Grace Ambujaksha Prabhu. That was quite amazing. It was thrilling, and at the end I really thought I would be exhausted, but I wasn't. It's just amazing how Krishna gave me the energy, and I was able to complete it. Not just complete it, but not even feel any aches in my body the next day. That was just quite amazing. I have never walked that much in my life.
the darshans in Vrindavan together with His Holiness Radha Raman Swami and all his wonderful explanations, so sweet, right from his heart. Very, very nice to hear. And especially we all really enjoyed rolling in the sand at Ter Kandamba. It was really, really nice. Then Jagannath Puri, this was my first visit to Jagannath Puri. And the darshans of their Lordship, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani, were totally unforgettable. We will never ever forget these days. Coming to Mayapur, again, wonderful darshans as always. The whole complex is so spiritual. And we had during our parikrama, Hare Krishna, we had wonderful descriptions of the pastimes by His Grace Nirgopal Prabhu. It was wonderful. And we had Kirtan at Shiva Sangan. Wasn't it amazing? It really was. For me, I closed my eyes and I was imagining Mahaprabhu and all the Sankirtan group, everybody being there, and it was so nice. Kirtan was just amazing. It was out of this world. That was really a wonderful highlight. Then Mayapur we spoke about. And yesterday, by the mercy of Krishna Govinda Prabhu, we went to Ekachakra. How many of you were there? It was just, wasn't it amazing? It was just, Ekachakra was so natural. It was just like unspoiled almost, right? No big crowds. Everything was like almost, you could feel the presence of Nityananda Prabhu there. You could actually see, you could really live the whole thing there. It was really, really nice. Really enjoyed it. And it was Ekadashi yesterday, and we were supposed to have prasad there. So because it was a very simple place, I expected to have very simple prasada, but once again, they put together a feast for us. It was amazing prasada. So Ekachakra was a wonderful visit. And, but the biggest highlight for me personally has been to have Guru Maharaj's association for 21 days. You know, I have been, both Brahmarini and myself, we have been on retreats, and those are maybe maximum 9 days, 10 days. And then when Guru Maharaj comes to London, we see him maybe 1 or 2 days. Although he may be there for more, but of course Guru Maharaj is always so busy, so we get his darshan quite rarely, even when he comes to London. So this time, to have Guru Maharaj with us every day for 21 days, and all the nectarian katha, it was absolutely amazing. When we first got the programs, I don't know how many of you remember, it was listed in the program that Guru Maharaj will be with us for 3 days at every Dham. Right? And to me, that was already enough. And to have Guru Maharaj with us for all the days, every day, was just out of this world. Thank you very much for that.
I would like to seek forgiveness from all of us to the organizers for putting them under stress, unnecessary stress sometimes, when we should consider it as our immaturity and our conditioning to high level of comfort sometimes. So please forgive us. So it was undue, and I'm sure that it is forgotten. I know Maharaj hasn't forgotten, but I'm sure that everybody who will leave this place will forget about it altogether. Again, I'll repeat, you know, we were told that out of the 21 days, we'll get 9 days of Maharaj association. It's been 21 days of association. And this is unheard of, and this was a treat. I don't know whether it will repeat again. I really, but I just wish it does, you know. So who will be beneficiary to that, I don't know. Okay. So we just heard that Maharaj is limiting to 100. Those who have come may not be eligible for the next one. So I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, I have been fortunate to have assisted, you know, in 2 cruises with Maharaj and 1 retreat in Drakensberg, South Africa. And I must say that this yatra in India, Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, is incomparable, because these are the Dhams. And this is where the Lord performs his pastimes. So we cannot compare this with all these other retreats which we have had, Maharaj. No doubt, it is, I would not say that they were, useless. No, they were good, they were nice, we learned so much. But I think it can...
Incidentally, I want to mention, this idea actually came from Satya Maharani.
Thank you, Maharaja.
I'll just give you the little background. Like last year, we had a cruise from Sydney to Caledonia. And, like, cruise is exciting, but I was thinking that the people who pay for the cruise, we don't indulge in any of those activities. Like, as soon as the cruise started, like, I could see that there was a huge line in front of the liquor shop. Like, people were just, and all they were doing is just, drinking and, having fun in their own way. And anyway, like, and we were discussing, why do we go in things like that? And then Satya Maharani actually came up with the idea that why don't we have a pilgrimage in India? And then I told that early days I used to have a 3-week pilgrimage. We used to start in Calcutta, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, and then we used to go to Vrindavan, and that's how it used to end. So anyway, so we thought that this way it will be more convenient that we start from Vrindavan, go to Jagannath Puri, and then come to Mayapur. One of the reasons is the winter time, Vrindavan gets very cold. So that's why we wanted to go to Vrindavan first. And anyway, that's how it actually happened. And anyway, yeah, please carry on. Thank you, Satya.
Being here in this Dham, we have been served prasad every day. And this served by Vaishnava. It was not like the cruise or Drakensberg.
Yeah.
These are served with love from the Vaishnava devotees. And we are very, very thankful to all of you, who have been involved in this. And this did not stop there. Prasad came into Hyatt, which normally is very difficult you got to negotiate to get, in a 5-star hotel to get prasad inside. And we got prasad in Hyatt. We got prasad on the buses, on the plane. You just imagine, all this was arranged. It rained, the program got changed, we were supposed to have prasad somewhere else. The prasad came to us in Shodyan. You just imagine, all this, somebody somewhere, Maharaj obviously, his personal input to modify and, rectify has been fantastic. Obviously, the evening katha, I think, which we have all enjoyed, have been nectarian all along. There's one thing which Maharaj said, which I remember about Drakensberg, whereby Maharaj talked about Shikshastakam. And he spent, I think, 6 to 8 hours on Shikshastakam. And he ended Shikshastakam saying that this Krishna consciousness is nothing but a love affair. And he repeated it again, a couple of times here. So it is a love affair, and I remember Drakensberg for this. Also, maybe just as an anecdote, which I have experienced something. I was walking in a mall, and I saw something which is known as a film which was running, which was called Half Girlfriend. So I was a bit puzzled, by this title of the film. So I went around talking to young girls and young boys. I said, would you like to be a half girlfriend or a half boyfriend? And they all said no. Why should I be half? I should have it totally. And then it reminded me of Krishna. When Krishna says to surrender to him exclusively, we find difficulty in that. And in the material world, that it is, we want exclusive for our own selfish motive, while Krishna is asking not for his selfish motive, but for us to come straight to him so that we don't suffer in this material world. So anyway, it was just an anecdote, and I think for me the last thing which was very, very nice was the TOVP, and how Prabhupada, he envisioned this whole city of Mayapur, and the size of the deities and etc. It's amazing what, you know, we have been blessed to have a look at. I know 2022 is still a time to go, but I think at least I have an idea. If I die also, that I will know that actually where the deities are. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you. I hope that I have been able to present things the way you would like it. Thank you very much.
So it's wonderful to see everybody's faces and everybody's smiling, though in a couple of hours I think we'll be sad. A few things. Everybody said thank yous, and we've come here with our begging bowls. I think everybody had a begging bowl when we arrived, and Guru Maharaj has filled up our begging bowls to overflowing. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of realizations. So I've come into Krishna consciousness recently, and it was wonderful going to the Dhams, because you actually see the places, you feel the places, you hear the kathas and the stories and the different leelas and the fun times and the pastimes, and it makes it very real. And I've never ever had any trouble with Krishna, but Lord Chaitanya I've struggled with. When I first heard about him, I thought he was just another great Indian saint. I have accepted that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when I get, I think, overwhelmed by all the Bengali names, place names, people names like Sarva Bhoma Bhatta Acharya. I was telling Guru Maharaj that, and he said, well, you just get used to it. I mean, he had to get used to Jonathan Livingston Seagull. So I realized it's just a matter of familiarity and exposure. And the more I can read about the stories here and come to the Dhams, then it gets less intimidating. But the main thing I wanted to share is just, I was reflecting similarly along the lines that Thakur was reflecting. And I was thinking, my goodness, we've got such intelligent parampara, and here they are, and they're talking about these fun nonsense pastimes. Krishna raining flutes, and the tax collector, and, you know, absolute fun nonsense. And I was thinking, how can it be that these intelligent people, really supremely intelligent people, not just normally intelligent, but when you look at the parampara, they're extraordinary. And why is it that we are following them? Is this really the highest knowledge? And frankly, on reflection, I would say, yes, it is the highest knowledge. It's the highest knowledge that I've come across. And in a way, how I've tried to relate it is, in Western culture, we've got Shakespeare, and his Midsummer Night's Dream is full of nonsense and fun and laughter, and it's, you know, very high culture. Similarly with Mozart. And so when you peel back our human existential issues, the highest joys is the nonsense fun of Krishna, playing as the butter thief or whatever he's doing, teasing Radharani, having an argument with Radharani. And that has been reflected in Western culture, in high art. And of course, when you bring it to Krishna consciousness, there's a deeply profound philosophy that is behind these leelas and tales. And frankly, I've searched a lot. I was a Hindu for many years, which basically now means you're a Mayavadi. And I found that wasn't sufficient. I got to this point where I wanted to know who God really is, because God's not Shiva, God's not Lakshmi. So there wasn't God in the demigod realm, and it was only when I came in touch with Krishna consciousness that I could appreciate that that's why I was questioning. There is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a person, and we can relate to him and have a relationship with him, and that it's a loving relationship, and that's what made the difference to me. So to go back to these wonderful pastimes, we can just enjoy the pastimes as they are for the fun and beauty and love and joy that they bring us, and we can just enjoy it simply. But you can also delve into the philosophy, and frankly there's nothing as high as this philosophy, the Vaishnava philosophy. And I've looked long and hard, and there's nothing like it around at all. So it's this beautiful mixture of, we can just simply enjoy the love of Krishna and the pastimes, and Chaitanya Prabhu and his pastimes. But if we want to, we can go deeply into the philosophy, and I think that's the unique thing that Guru Maharaj brings, is he brings in the philosophy and the pastimes, and we can just enjoy. So thank you everyone, and it's been a wonderful time getting to know you all. I think that's been very special as well, sharing 3 weeks with the devotees.
Thank you.
Krishna Krishna Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Namo Krishna 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 Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishe Shashuni Pashtata Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj, for giving me this opportunity to share my realizations, which made me realize just how many there are. I will respect the 5-minute allocation and try and be quick. But in order for me to, for you to realize the impact that this yatra has had on me, I will ask you to indulge me some background of what I've been through. 3 years and 10 months ago, I lost my husband, my spiritual guide, my friend, and my Shiksha Guru. And ever since then, my life has changed dramatically. Krishna dug really deep. Krishna ground me like one grinds in unpolished stone. Krishna chiseled me, Krishna pounded me, and the experience was unbearably painful. Not because Krishna was being cruel to me, but because he was forcing me out of his love for me to surrender. And this I realized, as Guru Maharaj beautifully highlighted and explained last night, just how much Krishna loves us. For me to accept this divine plan for me. Why divine? Because all my plans were maintained on material comforts. Leave Ujjain and live permanently in London. Logic being, NHS is there for my bank account. How pathetic. Yet my husband died because of NHS negligence. But did I learn? No. Krishna forcibly closed all doors in UK. He ripped apart my supports. He soured relationships. He shut all doors. But did I learn? No. I then turned to South Africa, where all my family reside. Though extremely loving, I could no longer fit in. Again, Krishna manifested situations, soured relations, shut doors that I now finally understood. I could understand his message. UK? No. not here. Essay? No, not here. So what was next? A trip to Kumbh Mela, 22nd April to 23rd May 2016 in Ujjain. Here I found a soothing salve to all the bruising, the cuts, sorry pun intended, and the pain I endured for the past year. The spiritual practices Kumbh Mela in Ujjain cleared my vision, but I still had to take guidance from Guru Maharaj. It was as if a glass of ice water was thrown in my face when Guru Maharaj replied to my question, that now that my spiritual guide is no longer, I'm seeking Guru Maharaj's guidance. What to do next? Guru Maharaj replied, Radharani, first you find out what you want. Huh? Did I hear that correctly? I left the room perplexed. Why does Guru Maharaj tell my other god sisters, just come, live in Ujjain, and not me? Why is he making me responsible for my own decision? It was my first step to taking responsibility, to grow up spiritually. For once I made the decision to live in Ujjain. Guru Maharaj's mercy just keeps on pouring incessantly. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. But my health deteriorated so much that this entire past year, 6 months, I lived full-time in Ujjain. I was never to be seen. I was bedridden the entire Srila Prabhupada Global Memorial Festival and Vyasa Puja. That this yatra is my first stepping out event. And what a fabulous event it has been. Thank you all for this great honor. I was only able to come and be fit to attend due to Guru Maharaj's mercy. Guru Maharaj engaged me in Gaushala Seva. The entire Kartik month I had targets to meet. And to me, what has happened is nothing short of a miracle. All my bodily and heart aches and pains have disappeared. All glories to Gai Mata. Even chronic back issues since the age of 18. I now understand why Krishna loves the cows so much. They're highly intelligent, they understand any language, and they'll butt you from here to hell and gone if you don't behave. God sisters who went to my flat to preach to me, to shake me out of my depression of reclusive living this past year, expressed their shock to see me so active. Even I'm still in shock. During my depression, so many brothers, sisters, and management team took such good care of me, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. In fact, at my flat Griha Pravesh, Rasananda Prabhu announced that Guru Maharaj instructed them, Radharani is coming to live in Ujjain. Please take care of her nicely and ensure she does not go through any difficulty. Once again, thank you, Guru Maharaj. This knowledge impacted on my heart deeply, that Guru Maharaj is a person who honors his word. As Priyavrata Prabhu, my husband, when he had colon cancer, asked Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, I have something to ask of you. Please promise me that should anything happen to me, you will take care of Radharani. And Guru Maharaj replied, you don't even have to ask, Priyavrata. And like a true father, Guru Maharaj is taking care of all of us. This yatra, seeing the mood in which the organization are dealing with us all, has made me realize just how much they are surrendered to and love Guru Maharaj. They are going out of their way to serve us. Their excellence in hospitality and care is Guru Maharaj's mood, which they are following in Guru Maharaj's footsteps. All glories to you. Come, please come to Ujjain. You will experience this tenfold, as Ujjain is as a reflection of Guru Maharaj's heart. Par excellence, hospitality, delicious prasad, dynamic preaching, all served with humility, care, and Das under Das mood. Please come to Ujjain. Thank you to all my little brothers who are more like my sons for making us proud of your team spirit, cooperation, mode of goodness, and genuine care and determination to serve. You are a source of inspiration to me in how to please Guru Maharaj. You go out of your way to ensure we are comfortable, even with petty demands for toilet paper. Following Guru Maharaj's example, who walked for 2 hours in Puri, looking for more suitable accommodation for us. Can I repeat that? Guru Maharaj walked for 2 hours in Puri, looking for more suitable accommodation for us. We are Guru Maharaj's servants, yet he is serving us. Not caring about his inconvenience. When I heard this, I felt so ashamed. I realized I still have so much to learn in my service to you, Guru Maharaj. For me, this yatra has not been in the mode of relaxing in comfortable accommodation, relishing fantastic, delicious prasad, and loads of catching up with my godbrothers and godsisters, nieces and nephews, who I have never met, and those I met after a long time. Indeed, I am being forced to take stock and a good look at myself, and my level of surrender and taste for devotional life. While I am honored as senior most, given respect and partiality because of it, I realize I am actually smaller than the tip of the end of a hair of strand. I'm smaller than that. The organizers' mood, I don't even have an iota of this. They arranged for all classes to be online to facilitate those like me who couldn't attend presently. While waiting in a hotel reception, a newly initiated devotee sits reading Srimad Bhagavatam. While I have my hand in my bead bag, but my mind is thinking, when will this bus arrive? Please bless me to develop this taste and mood to utilize every moment in Krishna consciousness. Mother Kalangana once grabbed her tongue between her index finger and thumb, like this, like a book. And looking at me, she said with fury, this, indicating the tongue, is only meant to talk about Krishna. But was it because I was talking such nonsense? But did I learn? No. So please bless me. Thank you, Kirti Radhika, for this valuable lesson. I was so blown away watching you reading Srimad Bhagavatam despite all the multifarious distractions. My nephew joined me at lunch. Nobody sits with nonsense talker anymore. To give me company, all he did was talk about Krishna consciousness, his holy name retreat with His Holiness Satyananda Swami, him chanting, now wait for this, not 16, not 32, but 64 rounds. And he sankalped to chant 64 rounds in Puri and Mayapur. My mouth dropped agape, eyes wide in shock. 64 rounds? I was just managing my 16. Yesterday, I planned to aim for 64 as I had a 10-hour drive to and back from Ekachakra. I really focused, but when I counted, I just managed 25. Thank you, Chaitanya, for inspiring me to do so much better. These experiences were further endorsed by Guru Maharaj when he told us during the initiations, get serious about your spiritual life. But do I learn? No. I couldn't contain my need to be in touch with world affairs and had an oh my God moment when I heard Madhya Pradesh is now under Congress party. Immediately, the worry button was depressed. With so many speculations, until my intelligence said, stop you fool. How many times do I have to remind you to have faith and trust in Krishna's plan. Oh, when will I learn? Please bless me. When Guru Maharaj said in Srimad Bhagavatam class that in a conflict situation, the onus is on the elder to take the first step in resolving conflicts, I had already tried that with a Hare Krishna here and a Hari Bol there. And the entire class was as if it was meant for me.
How many more pages you have?
I had so many realizations. Yesterday, before the trip to Eka chapter even started, Krishna tested me when a devotee raised his voice at me. What was my response? A typical egotistical one. Please don't raise your voice at me. I told myself, yes, it's good to set ground rules of how I don't like being treated, so the person can respect my boundaries, etc., etc. Typical material, philosophical, conflict resolution textbook response. Instead of responding with humility and tolerance. So much for my 64 rounds. My first set was definitely an offensive one, as my mind dwelled on the incident. But did I learn? No. Because later in the afternoon, I was again tested. I was again shouted again. And again I responded, please don't shout at me. So again I failed the test. And last night, Guru Maharaj emphasized the great need to develop humility as it's essential for the process of surrender. So this is what has been happening throughout this pilgrimage. It's been a churning experience, but a beautiful one. Krishna is forcing me to face my anarthas, making me look straight into the mirror and showing me what's really there. The danger of my ego, that whenever I get compliments, my ego basks in them, until my intelligence yet again intervenes. You fool, what are you feeling so good about? When I tell you, when one tells you you're looking different or younger, you fool, you are dying every minute. You are aging every second. Your house is falling apart. Your waterworks are leaking. And let's not talk about the sewage pipes. Your thermostat blows a fuse every so often. So what are you so proud about? Get ready for eviction. The eviction order is already in the post, so stop smiling. Have you forgotten all glory you receive, you are meant to offer them to your spiritual master? Wake up, you sleeping soul. I'm really sad to be leaving. I'm so happy to have met you all again and to have met new devotees. It's been a joyous experience. So I humbly ask all your blessings so I can become serious about my spiritual life. And thank you for being my teachers, of which there have been many. But on this pilgrimage, but time restricts me and Guru Maharaj is coming to get on. I'm really grateful. This yatra fulfills what we look for, and it fulfills our need for inspiration and spiritual enthusiasm. And I pray that I can join you all again in many more such yatras and that you can put up with my shortcomings. So please pardon me and find it in your hearts to forgive me for my offenses and transgressions. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for arranging for this wonderful yatra where we can get your sublime association and guidance, both in presence and online. But finally, I'd like to thank all the 3 doctors that have been on board for taking such good care of me, and to the devotees who have been delivering me prasadam daily. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine lotus feet, and also all glories to all the Vaishnavas sitting here. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Where shall I start? This is my first pilgrimage. My first pilgrimage after being initiated in Ujjain, after the day after your so memorable Vyas Puja and Srimati Radharani's appearance day. I have really felt, as I before could associate with you, Guru Maharaj, that I'm at my father's place. I'm home, under his shelter. And I even have not missed my mother and father because they were all along, resembling in you as a person. So thank you for that. And you have given me and all of us so much, especially when we're singing the song of Srila Bhakti Maharaja. Alas for those who spend their days in festive mirth and joy. And somewhere in the lines are, in all the pastimes and experiences, that but then a voice, how deep and soft within ourselves is felt. That voice was for me, you. Because you really let me remember, and all of us, by all the pastimes that we've seen in Vrindavan, in Jagannath Puri, in Mayapur, that we are not this body. I could really feel it. And I don't know if I can capture this feeling if I'm back home, but I will remember all the way. What will I take along? This is the thing that struck me. Forget the past that sleeps and near, the future dream at all, but act in times that are with thee, and progress thee shall call. So make utilize your time, utilize the time you have. And that struck me, because I'm now at the age that I think, okay, what now? From where on to go further? And we have really less time. And remembering this, you gave me the strength to put up the business, but in a Krishna consciousness way. Thank you for that. You said also, hiccups will come. And you have given us how to deal with these hiccups. You said something about quarrels will be there. Kali is always somewhere trying to act, and Kali cannot act between us. Only Kali can produce some quarrels between us. But united we stay, as Srila Prabhupada says. And you repeated those words. So accept it as Krishna's mercy when the hiccups are coming. It's just said today, suffering purifies our heart. They who suffer knows what it is like. So I thought, okay, now I understand why I'm from time to time suffering. Thank you very much for that realization as well. And then maintain thy post in spirit world as firmly as you can. Let never matter push thee down, or stand here, old man. So, after this journey, after this pilgrimage, we all will stand there, isn't it? We all will go further. Because we will join our homes, family in the homes, our work, whatever we will do, but we can remember these words. You are my angel fair, Guru Maharaj, who have learned me, especially in this pilgrimage, to surrender, Sharanagati. Oh, Sharagrahi Vaishnava soul, thou art an angel fair. Lead me on to Vrindavan, and spirit's power declare. And you are the one who is leading us, holding your dhoti, and your dhoti to Srila Prabhupada and so on, as you told us, up to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so we can be led to Vrindavan. Yes, I have really felt Krishna loves us. Not only by giving us air, not only by giving us wonderful prasadam and your wonderful association, but also something happens inside you when you are on those special places where the pastimes actually happened. It is really like that, that if you read about it and you go to those places, something happens inside. I cried a lot when I first came. It's the first time that I'm here in Mayapur. I always go to Vrindavan, and somehow I really felt I'm lost. I really miss Vrindavan. I don't know why, I don't know how that was happening to me in the beginning. But as a few days passed by and I heard your wonderful nectarian lectures, and I saw at Srinivas Angan, it struck me. This is Vrindavan. This is Vrindavan. This is not different from Vrindavan. So at the end, I hope I have been in the 5 minutes now. At the end, I have prayed at Ekadashi, asked the head priest to offer something for you, Guru Maharaj, and for the organizers. It's a very small token, but it's a prayer for Bhakti, and that all the projects like D-Land and all the other pilgrimages and seminars and Krishna's work, also financially and spiritually flourishes as Srila Prabhupada wishes. And it is a very small token. It's a group of 2 shelves. It's a bigger shelf and a smaller one. These shelves are from Puri and has been offered to Sri Radha Madhav. I hope you humbly accept this to keep it in your wallet or near you, so all the projects have their prasadam as well of Sri Radha Madhav. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna devotees. Actually, I am much junior devotee than most of the pilgrimage Fiji pilgrims who are here. So I offer my respectful obeisances to Sachimata, Radha Sharan Prabhu, Hiranigi Mataji, and the rest of the senior devotees. On behalf of Fiji devotees, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to you, Guru Maharaj, for organizing this divine pilgrimage. It is by your mercy we have been able to get darshan of the 3 Dhams, Sri Vrindavan, Sri Jagannath Puri, and Sri Dham Mayapur. We will also like to sincerely acknowledge and thank all our God brothers who have organized, who have in one way or another organized the pilgrimage program, activities, prasadam, transportation, and accommodation for the entire duration of the pilgrimage. So much of planning, preparation, and action have been put in around the clock by our organizing God brothers to ensure this very successful program. We are truly impressed and humbled at the same time by their seva bhava, service mood, enthusiasm, tolerance and perseverance. These are some of the wonderful Vaishnava qualities our God brothers developed and demonstrated under the spiritual guidance of our Guru Maharaj. Can I request all of us to raise our hands for Guru Maharaj and our organizing God brothers, please? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. All of us from Fiji have been very excited and looking forward to this divine pilgrimage. Most of us may have not come on our own accord had it not been organized by Guru Maharaj. And by the same token, I'd like to thank Satyam Mataji, for initiating this idea as well. And even if we did come, we may not have visited and heard about the glories of all different holy places. Furthermore, previously, many of us had read or heard about Sri Vrindavan, Sri Jagannath Puri and Sri Dham Mayapur. Now, with the causeless mercy of our spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada, and rest of our previous acharyas and their lordships, we have heard a wonderful darshan of all divine places. I am sure that we will keep Sri Vrindavan, Sri Jagannath Puri and Sri Dham Mayapur and their lordships in the core of our hearts for the rest of our lives. As Guru Maharaj had mentioned earlier, during the pilgrimage, that we cannot see the Dham with mundane or material eyes. We need to be situated in devotion to the real darshan. In this way only can we take full advantage of being in the Dham. Furthermore, darshan does not only mean visiting. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, real darshan also constitutes hearing from saintly persons whilst in the Dham. Therefore, we are also very grateful to you, Guru Maharaj, for the wonderful evening spiritual discourses and kirtan. Whilst it is saddening to know that this pilgrimage has come to an end, I am very hopeful that the feeling of separation from the Dham will increase our devotion to their lordships. Once again, thank you very much, Guru Maharaj, for this wonderful opportunity that you have created for us to visit the Dhams. And thank you, our organizing board brothers, for your services. Please forgive us if we have been demanding or caused any inconvenience. We had so much to learn from all of you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to our pilgrim organizing devotees, and all glories to all the devotees that are present here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Dearest Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you and your soft lotus feet. We are the most fortunate souls to have this India pilgrimage experience with you. It's not even India, it's the Holy Dham. We've been able to have your association, as everyone was saying, practically every day in these 3 holy Dhams. When the news came out about this in Sydney earlier this year, we were so excited. Thank you, Satya Maharani. In fact, we booked our tickets along with Mukunda Hari and some of the devotees. And then we found out that there was a possibility of cancelling the pilgrimage. Thank you for accepting our plea to hold this pilgrimage. I think you emailed me and said, if you insist, which you did. We are most grateful to you, Guru Maharaj, for arranging this. After such a long time, you've held some of these before. And we hope that you will hold more of these, which you already mentioned. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. As we've heard earlier, that how much you planned and monitored and looked for another hotel for us, etc. Monitoring all the daily yatras and programs, giving us amazing classes, fabulous heart-rendering kirtans in the evening, getting everyone to dance, and it was just so amazing to see you dance as well, Guru Maharaj, even with your ankle problems. And also the wonderful evening of your treat to us, right? Delicious pizza. Everyone like that, yeah? Your personal pizza maker, we were told. Very nice pizza. Only through your mercy and blessings are these things possible. You give us opportunities to get to know Krishna more and understand him more and love him more through Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Where would we be without your mercy, classes, training, your guidance? Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for giving us your precious time and energy and your personal care. The pilgrimage was very well organised. The organising team have been so wonderful, giving us so much love and care, looking after our every need. They would go out of their way to serve us. The only time they could not do so was when things were not in their control. For example, the rain. They have ensured we have access to the 3 doctors on the pilgrimage, thank you, who have been there with us all the way with their medicines on hand. The team had dedicated to serve and have shown full commitment and have put so much hard work. Some of the devotees only slept, a couple of hours just to please us all and ensure we have had the best time in this pilgrimage. There are a few things I take away from this pilgrimage. The most important one is your association, without which I do not know where I would be or any of us would be. Second, the opportunity to feel the Lord's presence in the holy Dham and relish his nectarian pastimes. And thirdly, to relish the association of the devotees who keep us inspired and enthused and enlivened in our Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for everything, for your mercy, blessings on me, the children, family, and all of us. Thank you.
Everyone, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I just wanted to thank Guru Maharaj for arranging this wonderful yatra in India, visiting the 3 holy Dhams. Such an amazing experience. When I first got the email, I was just so excited, but unfortunately, through financial situation, I was unsure. But then, as the price got reduced, many of you have found out, I said, look, although I'm a Gujarati, let's do some calculations and find was it definitely worthwhile. And then, what had happened, I know Shampriya wanted to come as well, but unfortunately she wasn't able to come due to her being a teacher, school teacher. So we sort of arranged it that she could take a 1 year sort of gap from school, and then she could come along as well. Only unfortunate thing is our children weren't able to attend because they've still got school and university. But the nice thing about it is that on the email it did mention about Guru Maharaj will spend 9 days with us, but if you actually calculate, he's actually been with us the whole 21 days, practically giving classes, giving kirtans, and also for me the highlight was at Tota Gopinath Temple when Guru Maharaj did the initiation ceremony. He had such a beautiful class about the qualities of a Brahmana and the purpose of initiation as well. And I really appreciate Guru Maharaj for arranging this magnificent sort of yatra. I don't know that many generations ago will always see this as like a stepping stone for you to carry on many future yatras. I also want to thank you because every year you always arrange so many of these wonderful retreats. Mainly we go to the European retreats. Many of you have come to the 2012 cruise retreat with Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami and Satyananda Maharaj, and that was a memory of a lifetime journey of an experience. And once again, I'm so grateful that you've organised this. There's so many wonderful things I could say, but due to time and circumstances, I'll just keep it very simple. First of all, as you know, there's 3 ways of actually proving our devotion: Sadhu Sangha, Prajana Kriya, and Namaruchi. Sadhu Sangha, we met some wonderful devotees in this yatra, and thanks to Guru Maharaj's disciples, meeting so many God brothers and God sisters of different countries, of different languages. They all have different sort of devotional qualities that we learn from. So I'm really grateful that we've actually been able to live in a house which everyone can live in. Srila Prabhupada built a house which everyone can live in, so I was so grateful for that. And now Ruchi, every day we're able to get up for the morning program, go to the Holy Yatra, to places of pilgrimage, and chant so many rounds. I don't want to mention somebody's name, but they told me not to mention, but when I asked him how many rounds did he chant when we went to Ekachakra, he said 79 rounds he chanted. So that's amazing, 79 rounds. At Bhajana Kriya, we have this opportunity to serve the Vaishnavas, serve the devotees, do so many devotional service. So in this yatra, we've been able to combine so many things, Sadhu Sangha, Nama Ruchi, and Bhajana Kriya. So thank you very much, very much. As I mentioned, the highlights for me was Tota Gopinath, because Guru Maharaj personally came there. You go to the Alanath temple as well, and that makes such a difference as well. And I pray that if you do another retreat, just a simple suggestion, if you could come on the yatra with all the devotees and on the actual pilgrimage places as well, that would be so much appreciated as well. And then you can take the rest of the evening, so you don't have to give class. So. And of course, everybody loved the Jagannath Prasad. That was so fabulous, and as Guru Maharaj explained, just eat on the floor on a banana leaf. And you know, you can't deny the Jagannath Prasad. In fact, the Prasad that's been served every day, in fact, it was too much. You know, I don't know how many devotees. I know Shiva Krishna was there to lead. He always loved the Prasad so much. And we also had a good opportunity to see Lord Jagannath till midnight as well, which Shiva Krishna arranged, and we were able to see Lord Jagannath being dressed, being changed, being oiled and bathed as well. So very fortunate that because of your sort of arrangements, we were able to take the darshan, because normally we're sort of right at the back and we're pushed from one end to the other end. But here we had an opportunity to take the darshan of Lord Jagannath for 2 or 3 hours right at the front. I have to admit, I don't really enjoy coming to India. I don't like the pushing, the shoving, the noise, the pollution, the beggars, brahmanas constantly asking for donations, but that's mainly due to my lack of spiritual devotion. So I just pray to Guru Maharaj, you know, humbly, if he could bless me that I can actually remove these anarthas and start thinking about the spiritual realm of actually feeling the holy Dham as well. But of course, for many of us, we go to all these wonderful temples, but you can't deny the best temples are the ISKCON temples. You know, the deities are so beautifully decorated, the prasad, the way it's organized, and it's not just about donations, nobody pushing and shoving. And first time I remember coming on the same yatra, Jagannath, Puri, Vrindavan, and Mayapur was in 1988, and I could see phenomenal changes in Mayapur. The amount of devotees who've come, you know, congregation members that we don't even see, but inside, in-house devotees as well. So finally, just wanted to say thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, and please forgive us many offences as well that we committed knowingly and unknowingly. And thank you to the organisers too. Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. I think all has been covered. Like there is no need for any more. Like, you know, like it'll be just repetition. Like, so let's have a kirtan to end the program.